Pity for that report. Before we crossed over to the day's news, I was with Amos Murigi, or Murigi Amos, who is a MCA from Murang'a County, and he's still with me in studio. Of course, last week ended on a bitter note for some members of Murang'a County Assembly after they were attacked by goons at a hotel in Kiambu County. Now, differences over House leadership saw two camps of the MCAs clash, leaving severe injuries to some of them. Now, of course, I still have Murigi Amos with me in studio. Good morning once again. And earlier, you were before we crossed over to the day's news, you were explaining to us exactly what the bone of contention was, and at what point did the differences between the factions, of course, within the county assembly degenerate into violence?
Yes, I said we have been having some issues to do with the leadership or party leadership in the assembly, and it emanated from some serious concerns. As I had said before, that our assembly does not operate. We have just sat for 5 special sittings. We don't have ordinary sittings. This one, we tasked our party leadership to solve this issue, but nothing has been done. If you look also, we have a very dysfunctional party leadership, because when we are electing the deputy speaker, we are 48 of us. That is 45 Jubilee and 3 from affiliate parties. And the position of the deputy speaker went to an independent candidate.
Yes.
The majority leader, the deputy majority, the majority whip never whipped that as to support our candidate. Our candidate lost to an independent.
So does it mean there are weaklings within the Jubilee?
They are weaklings, and also in fighting. And that has seriously affected the performance of that assembly.
Yeah.
Remember,
but this sounds to me like issues that could have been resolved. You know, people have some sort of a dialogue with the debate in the county assembly. So, of course, you're honourable members. So how come people resorted to fist fights? You know, people kicking each other. It was live on national television.
I think there must have been some external forces. Why I say so, because this, what usually happened when we feel dissatisfied, because these are party positions, we petitioned the Jubilee Party to come and sit with us. And we signed a petition which was signed by 29 members out of 48. They signed a petition addressed to the Jubilee. And it was dated 14th of December. On 22nd of December, the Jubilee Party called us for a mediation meeting at Sportsview Hotel, Kasarani. The other party never came. So those who came, they disrupted the meeting. So the mediation never took place. On 23rd of December, the county executive, Jubilee County Executive, sat down, and they called for a caucus meeting on 5th, that's on Friday. The meeting was supposed to have happened at a hotel in Murang'a, that is at Keno, Trotters Hotel. But we were later, a day before, we were advised by the intelligence that the meeting would eventually be disrupted. And that's why the meeting was shifted to Kiambu. When we went to Kiambu, our meeting was very successful. We even prayed. And when we are moving out, addressing the place, that's when we had some commotion around the gate. And I think if this fight was involving the MCAs, we should have fought in the meeting. But not at the gate.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get hold of the other MC, apparently, who comes from the other faction. We will also have had an opportunity to hear his side of the story. But bring us up to speed on what is the condition like of those who were injured. Apparently, we're getting reports that some MCAs got injured during that scuffle.
I see, one was hit by stone, as was injured. And he was reported to the police and later went to the hospital.
And reports reaching us is that the Jubilee Party, I don't know if it's from the grassroots or from the headquarters, that they've suspended the acting chairman. And apparently, according to your constitution, it's only the Secretary General or the organizing secretary who is supposed to call for a meeting. And the meeting we're talking here about, the one that was disrupted, was called by apparently the acting chairman.
According to the Jubilee Constitution, the issue to do with the party caucus, because it says is the chairman, together with the county executive, to call for county assembly caucus. And the membership of the county assembly caucus is the speaker, the deputy speaker, and the members of the county assembly. And the Constitution, page 99, it talks of the chairman and the county executive committee members.
But the chairman we're talking about here is serving on an acting capacity, right?
I think all of them, they are on acting capacity.
Now that they've been suspended by the mother party, that is Jubilee, do you think that is the right direction?
I don't think it's the right direction because of what I'm getting from the news, and I are saying it was a procedure also done. Yes.
So what needs to be done to make sure that we don't get those ugly pictures? Actually, we're running those pictures
I think we require to sit down together because I think what is happening, we are not talking to each other. And I believe there is also a way out. And I'm also calling upon even the leadership in the county, because we have the governor, we have the senator, we have the women rep, we have the members of parliament, because, you know, since we are elected, is something which can be sorted out. Yes. But you see, since we are elected, the governor has not even met the members of the county assembly for the last 4 months.
So what was did he make any comment after the scuffle that was witnessed there?
You see, now the government made some comments which to us, as he was supporting the other side, and I believe he should have listened to all the sides. Yes,
I'm sure that those watching are wondering, you know, why are the stakes so high up to a point where one of the rival factions goes ahead and hires goons, I mean, to disrupt the meeting that, you know, some of the MCAs have
I think this is something which need to be looked into, because this has been the practice in Murang'a.
So this is not the first time?
This is not the first time.
Only that we've recorded
higher goods have been disrupting meetings. This has been the practice. And I think it's a great concern.
So, as an MCA, as a honourable member, of course, you're representing people in Murang'a as well. What do you think needs to be done moving forward? Because those are ugly pictures, and I'm sure it will put Murang'a in a very bad light.
Yes, that one I admit is a very ugly thing. It's regrettable. And I believe we should sit down, iron out that issue. And I believe now, because, you know, it seems there are different functions even in the Jubilee party in Murang'a. I think it's upon now the Jubilee headquarters to come in, because, you know, it seems also we have two camps in the assembly. Even there are also two camps in the leadership of the party assembly. And unless now, even now, the party headquarters come in and resolve this particular issue, I think something needs to be done. Because what we did, the other party never came up for mediation. They never came up for caucus, and that's why we decided to change the party leadership.
Now, one final question. Now that you've already said that the governor has not met the MCAs up until now, the election, of course, happened, was it 5-6 months ago? I mean, do you see the governor's hand in that scuffle in any way? Do you think he's involved in any way?
I don't have evidence as such, but I think he should be balanced, because it seems as if, according to what I heard him from press and media, it seems as if he's in support of a particular function. And being a father figure, he should come and we sit down, all of us with him, so that we can be able to resolve even their issues we resolve together.
That's our hope he's listening to you. Thank you very much, Murang'a Amos, for your input. Murang'a Amos is an MCA from Murang'a County. This is a county that we've seen, you know, not very honourable activities that happened on Friday after a scuffle took place there. Of course, this is News Centre right here.